Coming up, we'll tell you what we know about a fire in north central Sioux Falls home.
Plus, the faces of COVID-19. A KELOLAND woman shares her story of losing both parents in less than a month. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Crews were kept busy last night with a fire in north central Sioux Falls. Shortly before midnight, Sioux Falls Fire Rescue was called to the area of West 2nd Street and North Summit Avenue for reports of a fire. Our news crew was able to capture this video of the scene.
Smoke could be seen when we arrived on scene. A friend of the family who lives in the home says the dad went back in to make sure his kids got out.
Dad went down and he burnt his beard up and he burnt his eyelashes up and his eyebrows, and he just went down there to make sure his kids weren't down there, and he made it out. So all the kids are safe, he's safe, his wife's safe, thank God.
He also told us that the family will be staying with him. Temperatures were so cold that water was freezing at the scene. The South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly rollover in Brown County.
Troopers say a 45-year-old man was driving on Highway 37 south of Groton Friday morning when his SUV left the road and went into the ditch. The man died at the scene. Well, more people are working from home than ever before in KELOLAND, and with that comes a warning from the Better Business Bureau. They've seen alarming growth in employment scams the last 3 years, and the pandemic is only making things worse. In the most common scam, they'll actually send people money.
They might frame it as an advance to help get you started, but that's followed by an urgent message.
Oh gosh, we aired and we sent it for $1,000 more. We need you to wire that $1,000 back to us. And the check that they sent you was from a stolen organization. So then what happens is you're out that money.
When looking online, the Better Business Bureau says scams far outnumber legitimate work-from-home opportunities.
In South Dakota, the Attorney General's Office of Consumer Protection also handles scams. You can call the Consumer Helpline at 1-800-300-1986.
Turning to other now, cold temps are settling in here in KELOLAND.
Well, let's see how long those cold temperatures will be sticking around with meteorologist Brian Carstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right, good morning. Well, as we look upon our forecast, it looks like, yes, indeed, cold weather. We had a high yesterday of 1 in Sioux Falls. Numbers to the north were even colder. We spent all day yesterday below zero in Watertown, at 5 below zero, even 8 below zero in Ortonville. So today we've got a couple of wind chill advisories still in effect through tomorrow across our far northern counties. Also a batch of wind chill advisories in Nebraska relating to the cold there. And also a little more snow on the ground in parts of Nebraska, or some fresh snow from yesterday. But look how quickly that has moved out this morning. And in its wake here, just a few patches of clouds left over. We'll run through this on Futurecast, plus your 7-day forecast here in just a couple minutes.
Thanks, Brian. While we've all watched the Super Bowl on TV, a small number of people have been able to witness the big game in person. 41 years ago, Mike Lockram from Brookings was able to do just that as a fourth grader.
Super Bowl 14 featured the Los Angeles Rams and Pittsburgh Steelers at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. We sat down with Lockram to talk about the experience and show some of the memorabilia he still has.
My brother was graduating from high school, and he and one of his classmates wanted to go to a Super Bowl as part of their graduation, and convinced my father and a friend of his to go along. And at that point, they knew the younger brothers were going to have to go along.
Well, the Steelers beat the Rams 31-19 in that game. Well, Mary Schmidt of Huron never expected to lose a parent to a global pandemic, let alone both of her parents. Frank and Mary Ann Franson had been living with Schmidt, their daughter, since 2015. In November, Schmidt and her husband both contracted COVID-19, which led to her parents testing positive as well.
At the age of 88, Mary Ann Franson passed away on December 17th, and just 20 days later, her husband Frank died at the age of 87.
They made a lot of friends here in Huron as well in the 5 years they were here, both in church and at their exercise program at the hospital. I think most people that we're associated with know how real this virus can be, and obviously it got really close to home here.
To hear more from Schmidt about the difficulty of losing both her parents so soon after one another, go to this story right now on KELOLAND.com. COVID-19 has changed a lot of lives, including that of a South Dakota professor who's been crunching numbers during the pandemic. Jeff Wessner, an associate professor of biology at USD, is usually studying fish and insects. However, in 2020, he took on a different type of research, COVID-19. A team consisting of himself, his wife, public health workers, and mathematicians worked to try and predict the number of South Dakotans who would be hospitalized during the pandemic.
In July, they estimated that number to be around 1,000 people. However, they were not expecting the large surge of cases in the fall. Wessner says the research was some of the most difficult work he's ever done.
I was not on the front lines, and I was not dealing with patients, which is far, far harder than just looking at data. But for me, uploading data and tracking the number of people that have died every day, and looking at that every day, and there's new hospitalizations and worrying about what might happen in the future, that's just emotionally draining.
Wessner and his team completed their research last summer. The data is now being updated as part of the process to have their study published.
And let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's send it over one last look for your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Hey, Brian.
All right, as we look at weather today, a few breaks in these clouds. The clouds are pretty shallow, so it doesn't take a lot to get that sunshine to peek through a little bit, and I'm hopeful for that for more of us today. We do, however, expect the cold air to linger. There's no getting rid of that. In fact, cold air is here to stay tonight. Sub-zero lows are pretty common once we get past sunset. And tomorrow, some of these same features in mind, just a thin layer of low clouds in the south. And northern areas probably a little more likely as we turn over to Tuesday to get a little more sunshine. So those are the factors at hand. Good news for wind. Looks pretty light the next couple of days, so not much there. And then we'll get into midweek. And that's our warmest weather by Wednesday, probably featuring highs between 10 and 15 degrees above zero in much of central South Dakota. Well, get used to more cold because guess what? We've got still a bigger push of cold coming in later in the week. This will be the worst of the worst coming in, and it looks like highs will probably stay below zero. Places like Aberdeen and Watertown. Could be a 2 or 3 day stretch there of that. Hopefully next week gets better, and we'll have time to sort that out as we go through the week. Today's numbers, 8 degrees in Mitchell, bundle up, 10 degrees in Valentine, Nebraska. Forecast lows tonight about 5 below in Huron, 9 below zero in Aberdeen, so technically a little bit warmer. And tomorrow, about 14 in Pierre, 12 in Chamberlain, keeping those numbers near 10 in Sioux Falls. And we're hoping for double digits again on Wednesday before we tumble. Chance of light snow Thursday into Friday. And then that's, of course, followed by more frigid air with highs well below zero in Aberdeen. And look at those lows, too. They're below zero, so it's going to be a tough stretch there later in the week. Pierre, central South Dakota, 6 degrees on Thursday, 3 on Friday. 30% chance of light snow during that time period, and Rapid City is not escaping the cold at all. 0 your high on Friday. Check out the complete details with our Storm Center update right now at KETHLELAND.com.